welcome to this installment of our plant engineering video conversation. I'm your host, Amara Razgis, Editor-in-Chief of Plant Engineering, and I've connected with Jeremy Hitt from Atlas Copco. This is part of the Maintaining Your Plant Floor Edge series, which focuses on maintenance from a lot of different angles. Thank you so much for joining me today, Jeremy.
I'm glad to be here.
Excellent.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so let me give a little bit of background about you so that our audience understands who we're speaking with today. Jeremy Hitt is the optimization sales consultant for Atlas Copco's service division. Jeremy is passionate about driving sustainable solutions and enhancing operational efficiency. He's currently leveraging his expertise to foster growth and innovation at his role at Atlas Copco. So Jeremy, let me jump right in here with this very basic and broad question. Can you explain the importance of regular maintenance on the plant floor and how it affects overall productivity?
Yeah, you want to make sure that all the equipment that you have in your facility is up to par when it comes to any kind of maintenance to reduce any kind of downtime, unwanted services, repairs that have to come up. I think it was in February of 23, Forbes produced a kind of a survey of a couple of different plants, whether it be automotive or whatever it may be. And on average, it costs $22,000 a minute for any kind of facility, big or small, to be down. So you want to make sure that your equipment is up to par when it comes to maintenance. And it's not just about it running like it's supposed to all the time. You know, at Atlas Copco, we focus on energy efficiency. Our compressors are some of the top compressors that are out there in the field now when it comes to energy efficiency. So you want to make sure that the equipment that you have running on your plant floor is as energy efficient, and maintenance is one of the top things to make sure that that is the case.
And I know you have a lot of different background, experiences here. So what advice would you give to other plant maintenance managers looking to optimize their maintenance schedules or procedures?
Designate someone to be the go-to person for a maintenance schedule. So you're going to have a multitude of different pieces of equipment on your plant floor. It could be a press, it could be a die cutting machine, it could be a compressor. Designate someone to be that go-to person for all of those things, and then they can subsequently disseminate other jobs down to other people. And if that person has a planned maintenance schedule for throughout the year, what they can do at that point is they can say, okay, person A, you're taking care of this piece of equipment, person B, you're taking care of this piece of equipment, and person C, you're taking care of this. And where it gets kind of dicey is those pieces of equipment may not all be due for maintenance at the same time. So what you want to do is set up a schedule so that it affects your plant minimally while you're taking a machine down to service it. So if you have two presses and they're both due for maintenance at the same time, set it up so that on day one, you're doing press A, day two, you're doing press B. When it comes to Atlas Copco's equipment, we have something that's called SmartLink, where our schedulers, our customers can go into SmartLink, whether it's the app on their phone or at their computer. They can log in, see what needs to be done, and they can plan ahead of time. So they can work with our planners to make sure that maintenance is done in a timely manner.
That's a perfect segue. Thanks, Jeremy. Because I really want to know, what role does predictive maintenance play in a strategy, or what tools or methods should be used to implement it?
That's a good question. So you've got two different kind of maintenances, predictive and preventative. Preventative is doing maintenance as it needs to be done. So you see that, take for example, again, a compressor. It's got a runtime of 4,000 hours until you have to change certain things. Well, when it gets down to 2 hours that needs to be done, you have to order your parts, schedule a technician, things like that. A lot of machinery coming out in today's age is connected. So if you have those pieces of equipment tied back into your building management system, anything like that, you can plan ahead to make sure that you don't run into that preventative maintenance. You're into predictive maintenance. So you know when things need to be done. It kind of ties back to your schedulers, that they know when things need to be done so that you minimize that downtime and potential for things breaking and you losing $22,000 a minute.
Yeah.
It's always good when it comes to that predictive maintenance to have spare parts sitting on the shelf, parts that would cause the machine to be down for an extensive period of time. As well, when it comes to, again, Atlas Copco's SmartLink, you can schedule things ahead of time. So you know that your compressor is going to be due for maintenance in 2 months. Go ahead and get them on the books now so you know what time, what date, and even who the technician is going to be to come and do the service.
Jeremy, how do you balance the need for immediate repairs with the long-term maintenance planning, like predictive maintenance?
So again, when it comes to predictive maintenance, you're looking ahead, you're scheduling ahead, you're ordering parts ahead of time. What may look like a lot of money being spent up front on maintenance parts, oil, belts, gearboxes, it is much cheaper to do it that way versus a breakdown that's going to cost you a lot of money. And it could cost you to have your customers to lose their product, employees not being able to work. So you have to balance those things over time, because it kind of goes back to the first question when it comes to efficiency. You want your machinery to run at its most efficient all the time to save energy, to make sure that you're getting your product out the door. If you allocate your maintenance resources properly in the predictive maintenance scheme, you're not going to have, unexpected downtime. And that's what we're trying to prevent.
Right. Makes sense. So then, I guess last question for you. How can plant operations leverage technology and innovation to improve maintenance processes and the reliability of that equipment?
One of the big buzzwords now in the industry is IoT, the Internet of Things. Connected equipment makes for a successful plant. At Atlas Copco, not only our compressors are connected to customers' building management systems, but our dryers, our central control systems, all those things are tied back in so that not only the customer can see what's going on at all times, but we can as well. So we can kind of look ahead to what's going on and kind of help the customer to, how do I put it, be a little more comfortable that not only we are there to help them, but that their other vendors are there to do the same thing. When you utilize the IoT, Internet of Things, you as a customer or our customers can kind of feel, again, a little bit more comfortable. And if you utilize your maintenance staff so that they're trained on all these things, they feel more comfortable knowing that not only the press manufacturer, the compressor manufacturer, the belt manufacturer are there to help them and make sure that they are running at 100% all the time.
All right. Excellent. Good to know, Jeremy. It was an absolute pleasure to chat with you today.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that was Jeremy Hitt from Atlas Copco talking about a whole variety of topics related to maintenance. For more information on maintaining your plant floor edge, predictive or preventive maintenance topics, and many other maintenance things, visit Plant Engineering at www.plantengineering.com. Thanks for joining us today, and goodbye.
Thank you.